Welcome back to another fun episode of Campus Update. Just like we promised, there's no food in this week's episode. Today, we bring you some riveting segments about the ongoings around us and the holiday of love. To kick things off, seniors are invited to attend grad night at Disney California Adventure Park. Let's hear more about it from Mia.
Calling all HBHS Class of 2026 graduates. If you have been seeing these posters around the halls and been ignoring them, this is for you. Enjoy a full day and night of experiencing iconic attractions, delicious food, memorable photo opportunities, and special moments with your classmates on grad night at Disneyland Parks. June 12th through the 13th from 9 a.m. to 3 a.m. Tickets are from $275 to $282 and are now on sale on a first-come, first-served basis. This includes all-day park hopper tickets to Disneyland and California Adventure, round-trip bus transportation, and admission to the grad night private party experience. Payments are due April 3rd. For the registration and more info, please scan this QR code.
Wow, a trip to Disney sounds like loads of fun. If you ask me, I'll be around looking for good snacks and hidden Mickeys. Now, Valentine's Day is just this weekend, and whether or not you've got a Valentine, you should go to the MMET Beatles and Beach Boys show.
Both the Beach Boys and the Beatles in 1966 decided that the normal pop scene was needed to be expounded upon, and they didn't want to tour anymore, and they wanted to do more complicated music, because before that the rock music was pretty basic, and they got in the spirit of the 60s. It was very much like, well, what are new things that we can do?
I love the colorful clothes she wears and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair.
Brian Wilson in Los Angeles was working where he would have a room full of 20 different musicians playing different kinds of things all at the same time to create this new kind of texture that didn't exist at the time.
I'm picking up good vibrations.
The Beatles in London were doing the same thing by messing with the technology of the studio to basically create music that couldn't really exist in the real world without the technology, when they did weird stuff like turning music backwards, turning the speed up and down, manipulating things in a way that is common now, but at the time was revolutionary, crazy, out there ideas. And it makes this music very weird and very complicated and nearly impossible to reproduce on stage. The people in that day and that era really couldn't do it and didn't even bother to try. And the fact that we've got kids in high school replicating that stuff note for note and making it sound exactly right, which was what we're shooting for, is really remarkable.
I feel like these musicians were complete trailblazers, from the music itself to the methods they recorded it with, and I think understanding this music is important, as this music is the foundation to most of modern music, and a lot of musicians look back to these bands as inspiration. And I think seeing the nuance for yourself live and understanding the music better will help you gain a better connection and understanding with the rest of the music you enjoy.
Our students are always a little tentative at first when they're learning things that they don't know about, and by the end of it they're absolutely stoked. And I've watched these students really already take on this really difficult show with thousands of complex parts. It's so crazy complicated and out of our normal range, and they've all just risen to that challenge and taken it on, and they're having a really great time. They will have all probably found out about this stuff anyway on their journey. Giving them exposure to it now really helps broaden the base of their knowledge and their tastes and what they know and understand, and they can walk out of our school experience with a much greater knowledge of all the different textures that pop music can have.
This music is so dense that I feel like seeing it live is pretty much the best way to see it, because you really get to take in all the different elements and parts of it that make it as beautiful as it is.
And to have a high school production working at the level that we work at, there is no one doing what we do at a high school level, probably not even a college level, anywhere on this planet. We are the best, and it's a fact. Come see the show and you'll find out.
This past weekend, Appa's dance department took to the stage for their annual fusion show. Jack, take us to the floor.
This weekend, we had another amazing APA spectacle. The dance department came together over the 6th and 7th of February and gave us a great show in Fusion. The dancers had practiced so much in preparation and it really showed as they shined on stage. Here's a couple of our star dancers who gave us their opinions on the show.
I'm a part of jazz ensemble, so I'm in two pieces. I'm in Four Generations, choreographed by Claire, and then I'm also in Thrill the Floor, choreographed by Coach Mac.
My favorite part of Fusion is everyone just coming together and dancing, and specifically my Michael Jackson hip-hop dance.
We are all members of APA Tap Ensemble.
And we are members of Modern Ensemble as well.
And I have a top solo.
Me personally, I like tap more than modern because I've been doing it for longer, and I just love rhythm tapping better than, actually modern movements.
I'm really excited for the Coraline ballet number. It's so cute. It's the score of Coraline. It's like actually the cutest thing ever created. I'm really excited for the audience to see that one.
The energy was amazing and everyone performed their heart out and gave it their all for a great performance, and we all can't wait for the next one.
Wow, I wish I could dance like that. A few weeks ago, we had protests in downtown HB. Let's see how that went. Zane, tell us more.
I'm Zane Sade reporting on the ICE protests here in downtown Huntington Beach. We have about 100 students from HBHS protesting ICE right now, and we've had several altercations so far. We're going to cover it, make sure people are safe, and give you the full rundown on what's going on here today.
Last Friday, students at Huntington Beach High School walked out of class in a demonstration related to immigration enforcement and recent incidents involving federal agents in Minnesota. The walkout began around 11 a.m. when an estimated 150 students left class and gathered at the Huntington Beach Pier to demonstrate. The demonstration took place amid national attention on a series of confrontations in Minneapolis between federal immigration enforcement officers and civilians, including at least one fatal shooting during a federal operation that has drawn widespread reporting and varying accounts of what occurred. Organizers say the walkout was intended to raise awareness about immigration policies and concerns over violence and enforcement actions. The walkout concluded without reports of a disruption to campus safety and has led to conversations among students about civic engagement and current events.
Wow, it's definitely good to know what's happening in our community. Stay updated and stay safe, everybody. While we're on the topic of what's happening today, let's hear about why we had last Monday off.
President's Day is a national holiday celebrated every year on the third Monday in February. It originally began as a way to honor George Washington, the first president of the United States, whose leadership helped shape the country during its earliest years. His birthday, February 22nd, was widely celebrated across the nation. Over time, Americans also began recognizing Abraham Lincoln, whose February 12th birthday honors his role in guiding the country through the Civil War and working to end slavery. As both presidents became symbols of leadership and unity, the holiday grew to celebrate them together. In 1971, the United States Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, moving the celebration to a Monday to create a three-day weekend. Today, President's Day honors all U.S. presidents to reflect on the history, leadership, and values that continue to shape the nation.
Now that we know about our American history, let's get into the real American spirit. Sports. Hannah went and asked some of our HB athletes about what the biggest icks in their sports are.
The sport I play is beach volleyball, and the biggest ick I have is when people wear headbands. My biggest ick in Pilates is when people try to grab the super heavy weights to look cool, but they actually are just doing everything wrong because they grabbed like a 20-pound weight for a 5-pound weight exercise.
My biggest ick is probably calf sleeves.
My biggest ick in softball is cheering in the dugout, but instead they're taunting.
Sadly, I'm single this Valentine's Day. Maybe I still have time to make a card for a special someone. Carly, teach us the ways.
Valentine's Day is this Saturday, February 14th, and it's the perfect time to make some super cute and creative cards to show some love and appreciation for the people in your life you care about. There are so many things you can use to decorate a Valentine's Day card, such as beads, stickers, different colored paper, and different felts, lace, and strings to make them all unique. I made one by cutting out a heart shape from a piece of paper and adding some ridges around the outside. I also added a pink inner heart and started decorating the card with lace and fabric. I used a denim material to write Happy Valentine's Day, and now it's almost finished. I just added a couple more details such as a bow at the bottom, and now it's all done. There are so many different ways to show some love to people in your life this Valentine's Day, but cards are super fun to make, and I hope this one sparks some creativity and excitement for the nearing holiday.
I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Campus Update. From 60s boy bands, sports news, current and past events, and the whims of Valentine's Day. I've been your host, Kaylee, signing off.